Okay, for the wireless network, I'm going to end up here and explain the bit, but I'm not going to go further. Okay. If we're talking about the wireless connection, and if we talk about the IEEE 802.11, they're going to have two connections only. The first one that we normally use, we call infrastructure mode. Whatever that we have infrastructure, we have to connect to a centralized one like access point. That one called infrastructure. You don't have, if you want to send the data to your mobile phone, you have to send to the access point. The access point have to send it to your mobile phone. So every data will have to be sent to the satellite. At the satellite will forward. Okay, and that one called infrastructure. Normally, the access point one. Most of the Wi-Fi that we are using is infrastructure model. And the other mode, this is called ad hoc. With normally we have the subset inside the ad hoc called peer-to-peer connection. How many of you using Apple product? You know the AirDrop. AirDrop. Yeah, normally AirDrop, you send the data from one machine to one device to another device using the Wi-Fi, right? Rather than have the access point, they use peer-to-peer connection. You don't have any infrastructure to connect it. You know that for the Android phone can do peer-to-peer sharing as well. But you have to use the same protocol. So peer-to-peer is mean you connect directly without using an infrastructure, like without through the access point. How about the ad hoc? The ad hoc means many peer-to-peer without infrastructure. I can read that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I represent the red one as the mobile device, and the ad hoc means it's not going to connect to any access point, but it connects directly to its peer. It can connect randomly to its peer. So what happened here? So whenever that I want to send and deliver the data, sorry. Whenever that I want to send or deliver the data will be sent from one client by one to the other, and the other will forward the data to the destination. So it means that it's acting, the device acting as a client and the access point in itself. So it can do the routing, it can do multiple forwarding. And one of the things is the network diagram can change very rapidly. Some of the European countries, they try to implement a system called the traffic channel. They normally use normal car that we are running on the street and equipped with normal wireless system. Normally in the car, they do have the control unit that nowadays we can upload over the Wi-Fi or connect over the Wi-Fi. Many of them, they're using Android, which is they provide the Wi-Fi connection. And with this one here, they want to do the thing called the traffic channel. With using peer-to-peer between car to car to car to car and sharing the traffic or the accident between cars. So it's sent from far away, 1,000 kilometers along the street, from one car to one car until it's propagated all around the network. Of course, they will have a centralized to do more things. But that one we have to ask the permission for the car to correlate to each other. So they don't have any infrastructure. In Thailand, I don't think we allow the system yet. In the Gulf War, many years ago, the US Army, every US vehicle, motorcycle, tank, truck, car, so on and so forth, they equipped with this wireless equipment, normal Wi-Fi. And they do peer-to-peer to each other. So they don't have to install the base station at all. Or they don't need to link to the satellite all the time. So whenever that a radius of less than 50 kilometers have one vehicle or motorcycle left, they can forward the data to each other by the moving. It's called the ad hoc. If you have time, we can talk about the ad hoc later. It means for a moving vehicle or moving device that they can share their connection all the time, and they try to build the connection between them all the time. But the network paradigm is moving or changing all the time. So in order to send and receive the data, the routing algorithm normally have to work all the time. Nowadays, the CPU power is quite good, so doesn't matter now. It's called the peer-to-peer mode. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, infrastructure mode, you can see that you have the access point, and access point have to connect back to the main infrastructure on the landline. And with inside one access point infrastructure mode here, we call the basic, we call BSS or the basic set service. You're going to familiar with SSID. What is your access point ID? This is SSID, KMIDL, so on and so forth. So this is the first word now. So with inside a college of one access point, we call one basic set service or SSID, whatever one, whatever two. But for the whole system that connect to the organization, we call the Extended Service Set. Okay, Extended Service Set. Okay, for the peer-to-peer, you see, no infrastructure at all, no access point at all. You don't have to connect to the main infrastructure. This one, independent basic service set. This is peer-to-peer mode. Okay. Yeah, we can connect using landline, or we can connect using the one that I show you. This one here. We can use the CPE link between two buildings, and that one can be the Extended Services as well. Okay, two more that we learn. Okay, two more that we learn. Any question until now? Any question until now? Okay, I'm going to keep the list for the next week. Yeah, let's end up for this week. เจ็บคอแล้วเว้ยแม่งคิดไปเองหรือมันเจ็บจริงๆป่ะ So we continue for the next week, and And hopefully you guys will get